Okay, so quite a while ago, I had a guy from a punk band over to record. He was drunk because, well, he was a punk. So he stepped on the back of my pedal board, and then my pedals had a problem. Or at least this one did. This one Ibanez TS7 tube screamer. What happened was, he stepped here, and it crushed the AC input. Now when you run a pedal board, you don't want to be using batteries. It's bad for the environment, and it's bad for your wallet. So he squished this. You can see the plastic's broken, and the internal piece that connects, it's hard, you can't see it here very well or at all, but it's what holds the thing to the pin. It pushes up against, it's a little piece of spring steel, and it's stuck on there. So now it's inconsistent, so it'll keep just going zzz, 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 and you can't get the thing to power. So 2 weeks ago, I started a video on this tube screamer, and what happened is I disassembled it, and I knew that this part had been stepped on while the plug was in by a punk. So I disassembled it, hoping I could bend the little piece, you can't really see it because of the lighting, of this, it looks like a copper type material, but it pushes the AC plug up against that rod, that little piece. So I wasn't able to manually do it with a dental tool or anything like that, so I have to desolder the piece from the board. I had to order parts from online. I found a company in the UK called Hobbytronics, and I got my parcel just now. Got it like yesterday or the day before. So I'm going to open this up. Right here I got a soldering iron heating up. It's a brand new one, and I ordered a bunch of spares of these little pieces, just in case one didn't work, or in case I had that guy back and he stepped on it again or something else. So I ordered 3. Now I gotta disassemble the tube screamer again. Oh, this is very nice. They seal, Hobbytronics seals the little things so little bits don't get lost. I guess in case customs opens it, so a billion resistors, if you order a bulk order, doesn't just fall all over. There we go, got one out. Now to do the boring unscrewing of this. So I'm pretty sure the soldering iron's hot. It's brand new, or at least I've had it for maybe 2 years, and I've had it in the packaging new because my old one was not heating up as well. So I think I paid like $15 for this one. It's not one of the ones where you can control how hot it gets or the temperature. You know, now that I'm going to be doing a lot more soldering, I'll probably buy one, but I don't really need it at this second still. Okay, so I've removed the bottom plate. I'm going to stick it over there. So this is the retention screw for over here for this battery release. It keeps the pressure on it. So internally in the TS7, there's 2 more screws keeping this board in place. So I got to remove those. Okay, I'll put those there. Put the sprocket that was with it there. Okay, so if you see the soldering configuration there, that's how it looks like. This is a solder sucker. So while I'm melting these, I'll keep this to get rid of the gloppy bits there. So it's got a spring here, and you push the button. You push the button, it engages and it does a quick suck. As you can see, it's starting to flow now. And we got blobby. So I'm just gonna try and get it nice all the way through. And now I'm gonna stick this here and go. Do it. Got a lot. Nah, it's not really doing much. I think it is doing something. Yeah, it is. Because the little bits have just fallen off. So this is kind of tedious, but it's working. As long as it works, it's fine. This is also my first time using the sucker. Oh yeah, it's really gotten a lot. Because if you look here, it's globby. Here it's globby. I haven't touched those areas yet, but here it's quite clear. And the little sucker has a thing you push that clears it out. Alright, so I'm going to do the middle peg now. Middle peg. Middle peg. Oh yeah, that really worked. Okay, so it appears that you keep the sucker over the part while the stuff is still molten, and it'll suck what you do in. And just, I guess from that one, it looks like I got most of it off that terminal. Okay, so last one. Okay, look at that. Okay, I'm ready to suck. Doing stuff like this, doing little repairs, it's so therapeutic. I mean, a lot of places won't take in your pedals to fix, even if you know what's wrong with it. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's as clear as I can get it. I'm going to try and put my soldering iron down without starting a fire. And of course the cables that come with it are crappy. Okay, let's get this out. And of course the AC terminal is hot. Lift this out. Okay. So now I'm going to try and heat these little terminals. And hopefully wiggle this. I got 2 loose. Let's see if I can get number 3. Just pop off your little piece of... It's starting to come down. So it's this one. Which cheeky bugger is the last one. So these 2 are working. You know what? It's wiggling awfully free now. While being exceptionally hot, but wiggling free. Very hot on that end. Don't touch that end while hot, as I just discovered. That's pure metal. And the sucker out again. And try this first terminal that I worked on again. This is a better idea. You don't need the solder sucker. You just need to hold the board a little and heat the little bits. And push them through. There we go. You fucker. You super hot, finger burning, plastic smelling fucker. So this piece is what burnt me physically. So put it in the exact same way. Now a lot of times you're supposed to tin everything and put it back in nice. Well, if I tin these little things, they're going to get hot, and if I ever have to do this again, it's going to be a real pain in my ass. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm putting it in as nice as I can without causing any issues internally. I'm going to put these two screws back in to hold the thing in. Screw one. And screw two. The screw that still has the sprocket. I don't think it really needs it. I think it's just to slightly disconnect it from the board. Alright. Come on, don't be a prick. I'm swearing a lot in this one, which I apologize. I'll just... Okay, apparently I was using the wrong bit. Okay, so that's insecure. Now I got these little bits sticking up for soldering. Move those out of the way. Move that. Here I've got this solder. Okay. So I'll hold the solder with my right hand and the iron with the other. So I'm going to start with the one that was difficult. I'm on the second. Okay, I don't think that's too globby. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do now that that's done is unplug the iron. Okay, so I pushed this in enough that it fits with that. And it looks like it's nice and flush. Oop. And don't forget your retention spring. Because there's a spring under here, I'm going to go to the opposite side, opposite corner next. You're supposed to do this anyway. Alright, there, this is done. And later, I'll test it, and then I'll finally do the review on this, because everybody likes a tube screamer. At least most people do. Alright. So this video was only 24 minutes. Just under 25 at 24:40. So you can fix these in under half an hour, if you're quick. Okay, if some punk steps on your AC jack, you can fix it within half an hour. You don't need to pay a tech a ton of money. You can just do it yourself. However, you know, this soldering iron was $15. I owned another soldering kit from before that had the solder sucker, so you need to buy one with a sucker, otherwise you're not getting that stuff off. And definitely don't touch it with your fingers because it's literal molten metal. Okay, that would suck. And wear eye protection. This stuff, I don't know if you saw the steam, but it steamed and shot steam. And sometimes solder can spray out and injure you in the eyes and the hands and anywhere. And make sure your iron's hot before you start. Make sure your iron's clean. So this is the first time I used this iron. So now it's got the leftover solder and rosin core on it. So be very careful. Don't hurt yourself. Don't burn down your house. Oh, and relieve the tension on the spring. You don't want to just put this away like this because the spring will wear out. So relieve the tension. It's like if you had a rifle, you don't leave it cocked and just put it away for storage. It's going to destroy it over time. And I don't solder often. I broke this kit out after I owned this for maybe 2 years and I didn't use this iron. I'm planning on building some stuff soon, so hopefully I will. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, please subscribe for more. I hope to have more DIY type stuff because it's therapeutic. I need it for myself and it benefits you guys as well. Okay? I'm trying to think of any other safety tips. Yeah, don't have your leg... Wear full pants and stuff. You don't want to be like Stan Smith in that episode of American Dad where he burnt himself in the crotch from wood burning. And yeah, you can save a lot of money doing a lot of little repairs like this by yourself. Just because most techs won't even look at a pedal. They'll say, oh, it's worth such and such to do and blah 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 blah, and they don't want to waste their time with it. Well, because they know it's going to upset you when you get the bill. I mean, if you have a $100 Boss distortion that doesn't work, or $50 Boss distortion, it's $100 to fix. You might as well just buy a new one. I think these were 200 something odd dollars when they came out. I don't know. This one was limited edition, so it cost more. My friend sold it. I paid $100 for it. If I took a tech, it would have cost $50 to $100 to do. I already have the tools. The tools are investments, so don't really look at them at the cost because you're probably going to need them again sometime. I mean, really, this repair cost me half an hour of my time, and these were, what was this in pounds? It was 3 pounds to ship, so like $5 Canadian, and these were £1.50. They were 50 pence each. So this was literally an $8 repair total, and most of these are just spare parts in case I have fools break my stuff again in the future. So, you know what I mean? You can just save a ton of money and a ton of headache and not leave the house. Do it yourself. Alright, so I've got it here plugged into my amplifier. It's not plugged into the AC yet, so I'm going to plug that in now. It's a nice tight fit, and it powers on. Okay, so let's see how this sounds. So I'm using the clean channel of the Marshall 6100. Now with the pedal. Alright, so I hope that video was informative. I believe I already did an outro when I did the fixing, but it only made sense to show that it's actually fixed and passing signal and powering up. This pedal has two modes. TS9 mode, which I just used, and it's got a hot mode. TS9 mode has less gain than the hot mode. But I'm not going to screw around with that too much. This was just mostly a repair video on how to get one of these, or get any, or the majority of pedals fixed if someone has stepped on, like if someone stepped right here and pushed this in and crushed that little piece of spring steel on the inside. Alright, so that's all for now. Please like and subscribe and share this with your friends, especially if they have broken pedals. Alright, thank you. Goodbye.